Okay guys, this is our episode on lashes. So I get excited about this because lashes are something I never ever thought I would get, lash extensions. And then when I got into them a couple years ago, anybody who gets them, you're kind of addicted to them. I came about doing this as a necessity. I loved my lash person that I found in LA. I do lashes, they're amazing. But they just were too far from me now where I've moved to. And the reality was that I was traveling constantly. So I was all around the world. I couldn't get the lash fills per se or get them redone. It was very hard. It became very hard. So I basically in a pinch started looking at different videos, started kind of like putting together, oh my gosh, how can I do this myself, or at least makeshift it kind of. And then I started realizing that it was something that I could do myself, and it was a whole lot of savings if I wanted to do this. So just for my entertainer friends, ones that do need lashes, this is kind of for you. Any of my other girlfriends that do get lash extensions on a regular basis, feel free to try this. I am not a professional. I am not licensed in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure my lash stylists would probably cringe if they see this video, but it's, I basically went rogue and tried it myself, and I've kind of dialed into a technique that I find easy. It doesn't damage my lashes. When you start this whole process, obviously make sure your lashes are clean, just as you would at going into the studio that does it. Make sure your lashes are free of any kind of stuff. The whole process with this, you do take them off after 2 weeks, however long, just kind of like a normal situation. Once they start falling out and or falling off, then it's time to redo. But you can also do some maintenance while you're going, so you don't have to always take them off. But usually mine have been lasting for a couple weeks. These are the products that I'm going to be using today. Very easy to get in the drugstore or online from Amazon. Regular size tweezers. A pair of tweezers like this. Ardell lashes. These are individual lashes, Not Free Naturals Short Black. And then I have the Not Free Naturals that are medium. This product is sold by Kiss. These are Faux Lash Extensions with a flat band. I also use Falscara, which you can find. This is the bond and the seal. And then this I ordered on Amazon specifically. It is the Ardell Lash Tight. You can find it in the drugstores, but I like the dark adhesive. I'm gonna put one eye on so you can see what that looks like in comparison, and then I'm gonna show you how to do what I kind of do with it.
Here's the difference. This is the eye that I just did.
Here's my regular free eye, free of lashes. That process probably took me 10 minutes, maybe. So first thing I do is I take my lashes that come from that Kiss lash section, and I pull off, from my lash, I find that I need 4 of the mediums, and I take them, I pull them off from the top, not from the lashes from the bottom. I actually pull them off from the top, as so, okay? And I set them aside, and then I take my medium, 4 of my medium black, Not Free Naturals, and set them aside. I grab these going under, otherwise you're gonna pull out the lashes individually. So I grab it under and pull it off the palette, and I set it to the side. Then I set aside 3 shorts and 3 short Not Free Naturals to the side. Then I take this Falscara, which is basically kind of doing what the Lashify system is, although I've just done it a little cheaper, because this product made by Kiss, Falscara, is definitely cheaper than the Lashify stuff if you've been seeing that. So I take the bond
And you put it on like mascara. All not super thick, but just enough to coat the lashes. All the way from the base out. It's making those lashes stick. It'll make it so much easier to apply the lash.
Now, then I take my large band, let's see if you can see that, large band medium, okay? I take my glue, and all I do is just push that glue to the top. I don't even take it out. Push that glue to the top, dip my lash in it. I hold the lash as though it's facing me and dip it in it just a slight bit and make sure it's free. I pull my lash up and I'm putting these under and I put them close to the base of my lash and it easily sticks on like so, okay? And then I take one of those Knot Free Naturals, I dip it in that glue, wipe off any excess, and I place it right beside. And it wants to stick very easily because of that bond that we've already put on there. So I alternate ultimately the large band with the Knot Free Natural, that way it looks even more natural. Dried that in that glue. And putting it right beside. It is best to do this whole process with obviously good lighting. I am doing this in front of my window so that I have great lighting, but you don't want too much lighting that it's going to make you squint. Obviously, that defeats the whole purpose. As you can see, I'm dragging that in. And you want enough glue that it's going to coat it, but not enough that it's going to make it impossible and show a ton of glue. So I keep alternating these large band lashes with the Knot Free Naturals, dipping the lash in, pulling off any extra glue, and laying it right beside the one that I had done before, as you can see. And I do it under the lash because then when someone is looking, you know, from above, or when you're looking from above, obviously it just looks like a natural lash. It really looks so much more natural when it's put underneath the lash. As you can see with this one, totally looks natural, like a natural lash line. And I find that it actually stays better underneath the lash. So I alternate back and forth until I've gone through all my mediums. And you do have to work relatively quick. Obviously that was the thick band. This is my Knot Free Natural. I just find that alternating gives it a little more of a totally natural look. And also so when they fall out, it doesn't look all kinds of crazy jacked up, you know what I mean? Then I move to my short ones. So I move to my short band lashes and alternate once I get halfway in between. So these are just a little bit shorter. Again, same procedure. And I lay it right in. And it's super easy to lay in because it wants to stick to that bond that we've already applied. I think in the Lashify system and in the Kiss system, that's like basically the only thing you apply is that kind of little falsify bond, which is supposed to be super sticky. I have just upped the game on that and just add more normal, regular adhesive. If you have an issue where you need to replace the lash, just do that like I just did. If you realize you didn't place it the way you wanted it to, which sometimes happens, you have a minimal amount of time to replace because this bond, this lash tight Ardell adhesive does bond pretty quick. But that said, it also does need some decent drying time. So know that when you put it on there, it is
still going to be needing drying time like you would if you were going to a lash salon. You know, you don't want to get these lashes wet for 24 hours. Do not want to sweat it out hardcore for 24 hours.
When I get to the end
of the line,
I do 2 knot-free naturals. And I say the end of the line, meaning my inside of my eye.
So, as you can see, it went on super easy, super quick,
very quick. I have now applied every lash. So there you go. False lash extensions done in 20 minutes. And that's that.